time for the Yankees to step up. It is time for them to handle their business. You better not lose to the Twins. You better. I don't give a damn about their 307 home runs. You better not lose to them. I swear. You better not lose to them. You better not. Handle your business. Yankees, stand up. Yankees, stand up. Yankees, stand up. It's time. You ain't been without a World Series since 2009. Boston has won since then. The Cubs have won it since then. Curses have been erased. 17, a century old. Curses have been erased. In a span that you haven't won anything. Enough's enough. It has to stop now. You're all we have, Yankees. You're all we have. We don't have the Jets. Danny Dimes ain't ready yet, and neither the Giants. Don't get me started with them damn New York Knicks. Kevin Durant ain't playing this year, and even if he is, he ain't going to be 100%. You're all we have. You're all we have. You got to come through. You got to do it. Now is the time. This is it. You got to find a way to get it done. You just have to do it. 888-SAY ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Dodgers, I could be talking about you in the same breath, but I don't give a damn whether you get it done or not because I ain't no damn Dodgers fan. I ain't rooting against you unless it's against the Yankees, but hey, I don't expect much of you. I'm not going to lie. Somebody got to say it, so I'll do it. We expect you to lose, Dodgers. We just do. I mean, what have you really, really done? 106 games, I get that. Got the second best record in baseball, I get that. But look, you're accustomed to losing. Best record in the National League, I got all of that. So what? You still got those videos of Kirk Gibson from 30 years ago because that's all you've got to rely upon. There's nothing reason to fall back on.
Breaking news, Saquon Barkley, Superman, only 10 days after suffering a high ankle sprain against the Buccaneers, was back on the practice field running and cutting.
Some people's doctors had him 8 weeks, not my doctors.
Some people's doctors told me to lose weight. Hashtag not my doctors.
I've seen him moving around. I guess this is the first opportunity for you guys too. So
the one thing he's right about is everybody does
come back differently from injuries.
If you bring him back too quickly from the high ankle sprain, you know what the possibility is.
The Stephen A. Smith Show on ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests on the Stephen A. Smith Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line.
I'm not going to get into detail. It's not a sports story. But I'm just looking at this woman, this cop that murdered the man. White female murders a black cop after she walks into his apartment, John, and only gets 10 years. And not only does the brother of the deceased hug her for 2 minutes, I just want to give her a hug, but the judge hugged her. The judge came off the... You just can't make this stuff up. And then y'all wonder why stuff like Black Lives Matter exist. It's just... 888-SAY ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. Vivid Seats, the top ticket source for the live events you crave, now has a loyalty program that allows fans to earn credit back. Go to the App Store or Google Play, download the Vivid Seats app, and enter promo code ESPN25 for 10% off your next order. Also, download the Vivid Seats app and enter promo code ESPN25 at checkout to get 10% off your next order. Don't buy just any seat. Get a Vivid Seat. I'm only saying what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is because she got convicted of murder. Convicted of murder. People usually get 25 to life. She got 10 years, eligible for parole in 5, and the judge comes out of her seat to walk over and give her a hug. And this is unbelievable. Jack, you're live with Stephen A. What's up?
Hey, Stephen A., big fan. I just wanted to ask you about some running backs. You got Melvin Gordon coming back, so I just wanted to ask you who you thought in terms of all-purpose yards. Who do you think is the best running back in the league right now? Personally, I think Christian McCaffrey.
I think personally, Saquon Barkley is the best from a talent perspective. From a production standpoint, you can make the argument about Christian McCaffrey because he's absolutely sensational. As a matter of fact, I called it reverse discrimination. I remember I said about him coming out of Stanford, if he were a black running back, we'd be talking about him more. But because he was white and playing the running back position, he wasn't given the credit and respect that he deserves. I've said that, and I meant it too. And obviously, you can't ignore Ezekiel Elliott either. But I think Saquon Barkley is on another level, and I think Christian McCaffrey's versatility cannot be ignored. Those are my answers.
Well, I mean, do you think it's dangerous to bring back Saquon kind of early?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I don't think that the Giants ultimately will do that. If they do, I don't think that would be smart. But let's also remember he is a freak of nature. This dude is – I think that next week, the next 2 games would be too soon. But I will tell you that Saquon Barkley, with those tree trunks for legs, is an absolute freak of nature. You don't make dudes like him every day. That I will tell you. Appreciate the call. Let's go to Todd. You're live with Stephen A. What's up, Todd? Talk to me.
What's up, Stephen A.?
How are you?
In Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm. My condolences. Go ahead.
I just want to say thanks, first of all, for your position on moving on from Marvin Lewis.
Yep.
I think it energized part of the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it gets done without you. With that being said, the overall talent on this team is pathetic. The franchise is, I don't know in the direction that we're going in. Monday night was an embarrassment.
Yes, it was. Very much so. Well, listen, not having A.J. Green certainly doesn't help Andy Dalton. Your offensive line was atrocious. Sacked Andy Dalton 8 times, gave him no protection, banged him up all night long. Giovanni Bernard and Joe Mixon, they could actually run with the football. It ain't their fault that they can't run effectively. They're not being blocked for. So I think a lot of your problems reside on your offensive line because you can't pass protect and you can't run block. That's a problem. And then I think outside of that, for some reason, listen, I don't want to be too premature. This is only 4 games into his career as a head coach ever. But Zach Taylor just looked in and over his head on that sideline. He looked completely in and over his head. He really, really did. He did not look like a person that belonged out there as a head coach of an NFL franchise. He just did it.
With a top 5 pick in the near future, probably a top 2 pick, without an offensive line, do you take your boy Tua?
Well, I'm not going to say Tua. I think you take the best quarterback available. And right now it appears to be Tua. But look at the way Jalen Hurts is playing. And I'm not saying you necessarily take him ahead of Tua because Tua beat him out at Alabama, and we know that. But Jalen Hurts is balling, and he's being coached by Lincoln Riley. And Lincoln Riley is on the verge of having a 3rd consecutive Heisman Trophy winner as a candidate. Because if Jalen Hurts continues to play like this, he's going to win Heisman. I'm telling you that right now. Jalen Hurts, who transferred from Alabama to Oklahoma, he looks like an entirely different quarterback playing for Lincoln Riley than he ever looked like playing for Nick Saban. And you know how much I love me some Nick Saban. But it's just the truth. And so I would say to you that if that happens, listen, we don't know who's going to go ahead of who. We don't know who's going to be the first quarterback taken. But I think the important point to mention and the important point to bring up above all else is the fact that if there's a franchise quarterback there to be taken, you have to take it. You have to.
Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. Appreciate the call. Keith, you're live with Stephen A. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. First-time caller. I was just going to ask you about – someone called earlier about the Saints. I was just going to ask what happens to Drew Brees once he retires, or does he retire next year?
If he wins the Super Bowl, I think he does.
What if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, man?
Then he'll come back and play.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay, that's my question. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I don't know, but I think so. Let's go to Tyler. You're live with Stephen A. What's up, Tyler?
Hey, Stephen A. It's been a while. How you doing, my man?
Thank you. Go ahead, man. I'm good.
Right. So here's the thing. I want to get into a couple of points about my boys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as it were. Okay. Now, I know at the beginning of the season, they had a pretty choppy start going up against San Francisco. No doubt about that. Mm-hmm. And yet, as the season has progressed, I think that Bruce Arians has been making some improvements with the Bucks.
Well,
they showed improvement when they.
Why don't you just say the sky is blue? Who the hell can't see that?
Well, there is definitely no denying that. There's definitely no denying that. But Stephen A., my brother, what I want to know from you is, for this first point, do you think that Bruce Arians will continue to make improvements with the Buccaneers as the season progresses on? Now, I'm not asking you, is he going to take them to the playoffs? Because I know that's a tall order. What I am asking you is, on this point, will he continue to make improvements with the Buccaneers as it progresses? Talk to me, Stephen A.
Let me answer this. I think the answer is absolutely yes. Because I think Bruce Arians knows what he's doing as an offensive mind, which he's proven when he was the head coach in Indianapolis, when he was a coordinator in Pittsburgh, and you see what he's doing here, and he has some good years in Arizona as well. Let's not forget that. But I also think it's important to point out, I can't say enough about him having two African-American coordinators, Todd Bowles on the defensive side, Byron Leftwich on the offensive side of the ball. Byron Leftwich in concert with Clyde Christensen, your quarterback coach, with Bruce Arians, working with working with Jameis Winston. Look at Jameis Winston right now. I mean, it's only at 62.6% of his passes, but the last couple of games he's looked good. 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, quarterback rating of 95. He's not bad. And then when you look at them, they're getting production. They've won 2 of their last 3, beaten Carolina, lost by just 1 point to the Giants, a game they shouldn't have lost. Their defense couldn't stop Daniel Jones for some reason. It's in the second half. But then you look at them, and even devoid of much of a running game, Chris Godwin and Mike Evans are studs. And Bruce Arians says he's going to continue to throw it to them. And personally speaking, I think they should use O.J. Howard, your tight end out of Alabama, a little bit more than they have.
True. I do believe that you have a damn good point about that. So now, my second point is regarding Jameis Winston.
Hurry up. Go ahead.
I'll make it quick. So if he doesn't return to Tampa Bay next season, which TBH wouldn't surprise me all that much, where would you see him for starters ending up next season?
I have no clue.
And
I have no clue.
Who would you see him? Who would you see replacing him as QB for Tampa Bay next season?
I have no clue. We got to wait to see who's available. Plain and simple. Got to run. Appreciate the call. Keon, you're live with Stephen A. Go ahead.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, big fan of the show. I watch you every morning.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I said that. I want to talk about your guys' rankings for the last few days on NFL quarterbacks. I see you guys talking about Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, even Carson Wentz. But where's the respect for the GOAT, Tom Brady? How can you call Brady the GOAT, but you guys never rank him number 1 in the NFL?
Well, first of all, that's a stupid question. You and I both know that Brady has been hamstrung all year long. Gronkowski's retired. Edelman's not 100%. We don't know what to expect from Josh Gordon. Antonio Brown's gotten let go, and the defense is carrying the New England Patriots. We know that combined with Brady's age, the fact that he's not practicing as much as he is accustomed to, and them safeguarding him to strive to secure that he's healthy come playoff time, Brady is the GOAT because of what he's done and because of what you know he can be big time in terms of big moments. But on a week-to-week basis, because of age and attrition kicking in, because Father Time knocks at all of our doors, we can't necessarily do on a continuous, repetitive basis what we used to be able to do because age gets the best of us. So we appreciate the greatness of him, what he's been able to do, how phenomenal he's been, knowing what a surefire first ballot Hall of Famer that he is. But when you look at the talents of a guy like a Patrick Mahomes, clearly Brady wouldn't be that guy at this juncture.
Understandable, but he's still winning. He's still going to these Super Bowls.
Do you watch football? Do you watch football?
One quarterback.
Do you watch football? Yes or no?
I watch football.
Have you seen the defense? Have you seen the defense?
And I've seen the offense.
All right. Goodbye. You clearly got your friends near you, and you want to be stupid and just ask dumb questions and try to create an argument so you can say you argue with Stephen A. You're not getting that luxury. Goodbye. The fact of the matter is everybody and their mother knows that Brady hasn't been great thus far. It doesn't mean he's fallen off. It doesn't mean there's a cliff. It doesn't mean anything like that. It just means that age and attrition is kicked in and they got to protect him more. Plain and simple. And guys got to get open. He's got to develop chemistries. He hasn't had much to work with, but you wouldn't call him to go to this particular juncture in time when you consider the way Patrick Mahomes has been playing and the way Russell Wilson has been playing. That's just stupid. And if you watch football, you know better. Period. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. I don't tolerate stupid fools on my show. And you just acted like one of them. Probably because your boys are near you. You want to say you argue with Stephen A. Ain't going to work. Sorry. Try it another day. 888-SAY-ESPN. You're listening live with Stephen A. ESPN Radio, ESPN News. By the way, head to the Home Depot to find guaranteed lowest